Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. It is the 2nd of August 2018. I was talking on, I wasn't actually talking, I was typing. I was on Poncho Pete's the other day, and Merle was there, Merle Beauregard, who uploaded a video yesterday on his channel on YouTube. And we were talking about lots of ideas that everyone in the chat was about God and about existence of God and purpose and reality and truth and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to make a video, but I didn't want to just make one because some of the things I've already mentioned previously. I don't want to just rehash the same things, which I'm in danger of doing if I keep doing too many of these. Because we all tend to have our certain key themes, like novelists, that we're just repeating. But I guess humans, we can't help that. That is part of us. It must be, because if you like when I used to study literature, and you would look at novels and their reoccurring theme, like in Stephen King, it always has like something to do with the past, usually in Maine. It's usually to do with a loss of some kind. Then if you look at Charles Dickens, there's reoccurring themes there that you always see reoccurring, and like even in the flat Earth, you see like with different people, they have their different agendas that they will keep talking about. So I guess as humans, we do have these themes. Anyway, this is getting off topic from what I wanted to talk about, and it is the question was, are you happy with the life, with the life, this life? Can't even ask the question, can I? Are you happy with this life? Now, I'm hoping most people hearing that question, of the little people that do hear it, would say no, they don't like this life. Those who say yes, I'd be very surprised. I'd be wondering why they like this life. And I don't mean like, I want you to chuck yourself off a roof or something and commit suicide. I don't mean like that. I mean the way that everyone experiences life. I mean, life is great in the sense that, yes, it is. That question maybe is not best worded, but I mean, yeah, life is great because we have this capacity to learn and to experience each other and talk and communicate and think and all these brilliant things and experience. But I mean, generally life as in all the things that are going around us at this moment. So I'm hoping that most people say no, because of the disparity between rich and poor, the disparity between different races, the disparity between different countries. Depending where you're born, you could have a nice life or you could have a very terrible life. All those types of things, the diseases, the poverty, houselessness, people needing food, shelters, all the things. I don't have to list out all the bad things that there are about this life that 99% of us experience at some point. It's only those 1% with all that money and all that power and all that wealth and all the materials that may never experience these things, but I'm sure even some of them do experience a few of these things, like cancer, and where there's not treatments for things, which if we were working better, I believe we could have found those, or maybe already have done. So the next question is, if you're not happy with life, can it be changed? Can it be changed? Can we change existence, reality, the way we live, all of us? Well, the answer to that is yes, because it's all man-made, isn't it? That's one of my themes. That all of these things are, actually it gets a little bit grey when you start to bring religion into it. If you believe God, then maybe some of these things are divine, as in we were always meant to be different from animals, we were always meant to be able to communicate and feel and do other things and build and do all that stuff because it was given to us. So that's a sort of a grey area to it. But what I mean is, even if you believe in that, the fact is the way we use those tools, if you like, is still our choice. We're given free will. We have free will, whether you believe in God or not. we have free will. We can do whatever we want, except that we've chosen, when we awake into this world as birth, there's already a framework, there's already a board game, there's already rules already waiting for us. But these could be changed if we really wanted, isn't it? They're not. But the only people that are keeping them set in stone are those in power and those with wealth. They're the ones that wouldn't ever want to change these things because they're not experiencing these bad things. But it's funny how they're actually the minority. I don't know how they have such power over us when they are the minority. But that's because they brainwashed us through schooling and through the people don't even, like for me, I never thought about these things. It was only when I was young, when I used to have my own business at home. Me and my sister, we had these companies. What was it? GMP Empire, and she had AMP or Mac. I can't remember what the company names were. We used to make radio programs together. We make sci-fi dramas, comedies, music shows, all these different types of things we would do, newspapers. And then there was one day I was thinking, wait a minute, am I wasting my time? Wait a minute, this is all make-believe. I'm just pretending, and they're not a real company. I'm not the BBC. And it dawned on me, and I felt sort of a little bit disappointed that I didn't realise, it was obviously when I started as I was young, and then as I grew up I realised that, oh yeah, I'm just pretending. But wait a minute, that's what we're all doing anyway. And that's what made me think, that is exactly what we are doing. It's just it's established. All the words we use, all their observations, truth and honesty, do they exist? Or are they observations of something that exists? Because like you often say, is there truth? And I know I've mentioned this before. Is there such a thing as truth? Absolute truth? Because different people have different views. Some things, yes, you could say they are, but it's like I always say, like a tree. A tree isn't a tree. Different language, different countries have different languages, different names for a tree. It hasn't got a label on it, unless God tells you this is a tree. If He is the one who made it, if there is no such thing as God, then who's going to tell you what that thing that looks like that we call a tree in English, and that other countries will have different names for? That's not a translation of English. That's each person can give it a name. I could give it the name brick, and then it's a brick. If everyone followed it, then yeah, from the beginning, then that would be it is. So all these things can be changed if we really want to. The problem is how we get to that. That's the most difficult thing, and the thing that probably will never happen, because those in power, even though they are a minority, they've sown their seeds in us that we don't ever think about these things, that everything could be exactly the way we want it. And what would be the benefit in that? Well, the benefit in that would be we could change everything. Everything could be about truth and honesty, and that was the third one, that what matters. And that's what matters the most, is truth. The fact that we're all the same species, we're all the same people, we are all our brothers and sisters, if you will. Especially if you believe in God, which is supposed to be most of the planet. We all, if you cut us, do we not bleed the same colour blood? Yes, we do. We all have hearts, we all have minds, we all have, I was going to say souls, but that could be considered conjectural. But we're all the same as each other, and we all deserve the same kind of life. It shouldn't be this way that it is. People shouldn't be suffering. There could be, if we weren't wasting our time on the planet, how many cars do each country make? Different manufacturers, different companies, different colours. It's just a vehicle. It needs to get to A to B. Do we really need 1 billion different cars made by different manufacturers just because they all want to make money? We waste our time in this pursuit of money in this way that our framework of life is at the moment, and there could be a much better one that all of us could benefit, every single one of us could benefit from. There's enough food on this planet for every single person. So why is it people starve? And it's funny because this is all within our grasp, because it's all possible if we all chose it. The thing is, that's the big thing, isn't it? Of understanding that, yes, we could live a better life, and it's not impossible. And I do believe if God does exist, that will be a question that will ask every single one of us. Why did you live like that? I gave you free will to do whatever you wish. I gave you everything you could possibly ever need. There was no need for you to die in a painful way. There was no need for you to to starve. Yeah, there might be like variations of those things, obviously, because certain things, you know, would take time to find cures and things. But we've wasted all the stuff we've given, and how we're going to answer that back? Oh, well, because I didn't think I was powerful enough, or because, you know, the people in charge, they wouldn't listen to me. But we have made other changes, haven't we, in life? When we believe there's something wrong, we go to war for these people. We kill for these people. We protest. But we're not protesting and going to war over the things that could change everything. And I'm not advocating war, but I mean, we will do things for other people. We will do things when we think that there's a reason to do it. So why have we left this? Why are we living in this terrible existence, this terrible world, when really there's no need for it? Take care, take it easy. God bless and peace.